darkly place, or your place or my place. Well, I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I wanna make you move, because you're standing still. If your body matches what your eyes can do, you'll probably move right through me on my way to you.
Hello YouTube, this is Randy0136 coming straight at you. And people were telling me again in my emails that smart fans don't like John Cena. And how can you like John Cena and comparing him to Hulk Hogan? What? Okay. First of all, I'm going to repeat myself from some of the other videos I've made, so if you heard this before, I'm sorry. I'm also going to steal a few lines from other people's videos just to get my point across. Okay? First of all, John Cena started, you know, he got picked up, he went to OVW, prototype gimmick, got really, really popular, charismatic, you know, funny on the mic, worked his ass off, and he got moved up. His very first match in 2002, I believe, against Kurt Angle, the Ruthless Aggression thing, something happened in that match. If you know what it is, comment. But, you know, something very special happened in that match. And then he becomes the rapper guy and gets incredibly, incredibly popular. I mean, nuts popular. And people liked the guy. They said he was the future of the WWE, and he was incredible. And his feud with The Undertaker was friggin' awesome. I remember him in the graveyard pissing on the grave. That was friggin' awesome. Okay? And then he ends up becoming WWE champion after becoming like US champion, blah, blah, blah. When he becomes champion here, he friggin' like reached up that pedestal, grabbed Triple H by his leg, and friggin' pulled him down a little bit, because there was the Triple H clique. Triple H. You know, he friggin' put over Batista, maybe Randy Orton, whatever, but he put over his friends. And people would be like, well, he lost 3 straight matches to Shelton Benjamin. They were all friggin' either roll-ups or count-outs or fucking interfered with. You know, he had nothing to, you know, it's just a bunch of garbage. But for some reason, John Cena friggin' was able to get over so much, he became champion. And people liked the guy and said he was great. Okay? And then all of a sudden, he's had the belt too long. Okay? Because of Triple H, WWE had no one to put it on. They put it on RVD, what happened? He gets arrested. Alright? So they take it off. He has the feud with Edge. You know? And then all of a sudden, you know, people on YouTube, he keeps on winning, he keeps on winning, he keeps on winning. And all of a sudden, like, this hatred. And I've never seen hatred for a face like that in a long, long, long time. Mega hatred. Okay? He's no good. He has 6 moves. Austin had 3 moves. Who cares? Alright? And then, but look at freaking 2007. Look what John Cena did in 2007, last year, okay? His match was Umaga. I don't think anyone expected what they got. They got a 22.5-minute friggin' classic. A lot of people's, or friggin' like a lot of the people I've checked out with, match of the year for 2007, okay? When he choked Umaga out with the ropes. Friggin' crazy. I was marking out a bunch of times. I didn't expect from that much from that match at all. And it was just friggin' awesome. Then at Mania, the friggin' classic with HBK. And honestly, the match he had with HBK last year was definitely better than friggin' Taker Edge this year. You can try to argue it, but you can't. That was an all-around better match. Probably one of the highlights of Mania 23 out of that whole friggin' card. Okay? And then you had the 4-way at Backlash, which was very, very good, and had the friggin' him getting super kicked and falling, getting the 3 count. At Judgment Day and One Night Stand, he went against Khali, and you're going to be like, oh, Khali. You know, Monday night when Khali came out with a Big Shot Wall, like, oh, Khali. But guess what? You got 2 watchable matches. But I guess all the Cena haters will say Khali carried them. Khali can't carry his own jock. So, you know, he took Khali, a worthless nobody, and made him watchable. That is talent. That is something that's very hard to do. Okay? And then Vengeance, you got the 5-way or whatever it was, 5, 6-way, whatever, but it was way too short. Great American Bash, here's another one. People are like, oh, Cena can't wrestle versus Lashley who can't wrestle. This is going to be garbage. You ended up with an awesome, awesome match. Probably between 3.5 and 4-star match. It was terrific. You ended up getting the FU off the second rope. Fantastic. I don't think Lashley had another match like that his whole time in the WWE. I think that was his best match right there. Okay? And then at SummerSlam, we ended up with another classic versus Orton, which was very, very good. The Unforgiven match he had with Orton was pretty much crap. But Besides that, friggin' his '07 card, that's why he was named Wrestler of the Year at most places. Because he just, every time he came out, he put on a friggin' show. Okay? And then he gets hurt. He was supposed to have last man standing with Orton. That would have probably been friggin' incredible. But it didn't happen. And then, so, you know, and then all of a sudden Cena gets hurt, and when he's gone, people aren't bitching as much. And then Roly Rumble, holy shit moment, he comes out, crowd in New York goes friggin' nuts. I mean, just explodes when he shows up. And then a few minutes later, they're like, oh shit, it's John Cena, we can't cheer for John Cena. And that's when they started booing. But people know they want to cheer for this guy. And then at No Way Out, he had to get a match with Orton until Orton slapped the ref. And then at Mania, the Triple H versus Orton versus Cena match was more or less, Cena carried this match. If you don't, not carried because Triple H and Orton are good performers, but he was the center focus and made this match, you know, from a 3-star match to over a 4-star match because of his presence and just what he brings to every match he's in. He works his friggin' ass off, and people don't understand that. And it's just, so I don't friggin' get why the hatred's here. I don't get, you know, and since he's came back, I've noticed there's less of it. Like, people were actually wanting him to win at Mania, which would have been pretty cool. And then people also got what they wanted. Cena got pinned. Okay? Superman got pinned. So people can stop complaining. People can stop bitching. But to say the smart fans, if you're a smart fan, you don't like John Cena, you're just a dumb person giving yourself a tag. Okay? So, comparing him to Hogan, no. Better, yes. Booyah!